Hey guys, Steven TheSalonGuy here, and today I've got a really awesome tutorial for you all, and I really believe this is going to be super helpful. Now, as you can see behind me, I've got like 5 or 6 mannequins, and they've all got different hairstyles and different haircuts. I get lots of requests asking me, hey Steven, how do I use different products? What are the differences? How do I style hair? So this is going to be an amazing tutorial helping you guys understand how to use different types of products and men's haircuts, and also how to style them. So a really good in-depth tutorial. I'm ready to go. Let's get started. All right, so the first product I'm using is hybridized wax by Hanz and Fuko. And for this particular look, you want to wear a sleek finish to this type of hair. So this is going to give medium hold and a satin shine, which is really like a silky smooth, really shiny, glossy look. So we're taking a scoop and we're going to work it through our hands like this. And the key is, and with products like this, is as soon as you put it in the hair, it's going to basically stay exactly where you put it. So we're going to work this through, and obviously, as you can see, this is a mannequin head, so it's not going to stay super still. But you really want to work this through, and as you can see, the hair is getting shinier and shinier. So you might want to get a little more product and apply it to the ends, and then what we'll do is we'll comb through it so you can see the final result. Okay, now I'm just going to comb this through, and as you can see, it's giving a very sleek, and it's got a lot of shine and a very glossy kind of satin finish. Now this side I'm going to use modified pomade, which is medium hold and high shine. It's not as shiny as the hybridized wax, but that's the difference between pomades and sometimes waxes. They do two different type things. Pomade is really good. It has a little more hold for this particular look. As you can see, it's kind of matting it right down and giving it more of a kind of wet, really slick back type of look. So this is really good for someone who wants their hair to really stay down and to look shiny, but also have that very kind of slick back finished look. But it's not going to leave it as shiny and kind of a satin finish as much as the hybridized wax. But there you go. All right, next up we're using Claymation, and this is super high hold with a very matte finish. This is literally, once you put this in your hair, you've got to commit to how it's going to stay, because this is really strong. So you get a scoopful like this, and now as you can see, I gave this kind of a textured, messy haircut, and just going to work this through the palm of your hands like so. And it's, you could see the product's really worked in nicely. And now is where you have to start to really work this in. So as far as styling this particular look, what you want to do is you want to get the product in there, but as soon as you get the product in your hair, it's going to stay and it's going to hold. And that's what this type of product does, and any types of clays or that have a very strong hold and a very matte finish. And once you put this in, then that's pretty much it. So try to think about how you want to style this, because as you can see, this style and this product really locks this in. We'll finish the style here, twist it around so you can see, and there we go. That's the finished look, and your hair is going to stay just like that throughout the day. All right, for this particular look, we're using a sponge wax. This is going to give high hold and again, somewhat of a matte finish, but this has more of a creamy consistency to it. So we're going to work it through our palms this way. And as you can see, it's working in like kind of like almost like a conditioner and a little bit more on the creamy side. But what we're going to do is you want to work this in right in the very front like this, because this is the first part that people see. Remember, they're looking at, the first thing is the front of your head and the front of your hair like this. So you want to make sure that you really get the product in the front first, because then you can work it in throughout the back and work the style. But once you have this locked in place like this, then you're good to go. For this particular style, I'm using my hands, my fingers, I'm raking it back. I want to get a little bit of volume in through here, but also I want to keep this down a little bit. So you rake your fingers through. Anytime you lift like this from the root, you're going to get volume. Style looks good. Give it a little turn there, and we're good to go with this product. Now say for example you want medium hold, you want medium shine, you don't want anything too super stiff or too light, you just want to have product in your hair and something that's going to give it a little bit of, a little kick to it. So I'm using Hanz and Fuko Scheme Cream, and I took a nice scoop worth of product right there. Gonna work it through my hands like this, and again, this kind of is like butter. It works through really nicely. So just imagine this is gonna have somewhat more of a creamy type consistency, almost if you were putting leave-in conditioner in your hair. And as you can see what it's doing, it's really working the shape into the style like this. It's really working in nicely. It's giving a little bit of texture and giving it some volume. Now, as you can see here, I want some volume right in throughout the front. And for this particular look, depending on what you want to do, you always want to lift your hands from the base and from the scalp. And that is what's going to give you that volume. Anytime you lift like that and rake like that, that's how you're going to get that texture, that's how you're going to get that volume. The minute you start taking your palm and matting down like this, that means you're going to lose the volume because you're matting it down. So let's say we want this volume right in through the front, rake it up with our fingers like that, there's some texture, and then work this other bit throughout the back here, work it down this way, and there, as you can see, we've got all that natural lift right in through here, and then we can work this piece down like that. There we go. And last but not least, we're going to use quicksand, which is going to give relatively high hold and a dry matte finish. This is also good if you're using something like a surf spray or any product that doesn't really have a lot of shine to it and makes the hair look like very lived in. So we're taking a scoop like that. We're going to work it through our hands like this. And again, this is something that looks like there's literally nothing in your hair, but there is something in your hair. And it does make it feel a little bit kind of lived in, like if it was a day or two old. And that's why it's good for particular longer shapes like this, because it adds a lot of texture. All right, and for this particular style, depending on what you want to do, if you want to have the hair coming forward like that, you can. You just want to mess it up, and as you can see, as I'm working the product through, it's bringing out the haircut. Okay, it's giving it nice, kind of a nicer, messy, beachy kind of textured look. And that's what is great about this particular product, but it looks like there's really nothing in it. And that's what I love about this. All right, then you can bring it over this way if you want. You could also wear the hair, back like this if you want. This is what another reason why I like this type of product. You can be very, very pliable and have a lot of fun with it. As you can see, this really has a lot of volume. Also from the haircut that I did, this really has a nice kind of modern, full kind of shape to it. All right, so there we have the finished style here, and I hope you guys really enjoyed these looks. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. It really means a lot to me. Don't forget to like, leave comments, and also subscribe. So as you can see here, I've got celebrity interviews, I've got event coverage, and also more tutorials. So don't forget to subscribe and keep watching.